Welcome to Daddy vs. Doctor. Here are your hosts, pediatrician Dr. Scott Cohen and comedian Sebastian Maniscalco.
We're back talking to my father here. Thanks for listening to the last episode. This is a continuation of the episode with my dad, as Dr. Cohen here grills him with questions about what he did as a father growing up compared to what I am doing, Dr. Cohen is doing now. Well, no. What I want to ask is, now that he's a grandfather, right, and now he's looking at his grandkids, is there the same critiques you had for me with soccer, comedy, now as a parent? Do you go, oh, man, I wish he would do this, or I wish he would do that? Is there, as you're a grandfather looking down on this from 30,000 feet, are you seeing, is there any?
I would not. When you age, I guess you become a little bit more, how do I say, not as forceful to my grandkids. I probably will show them how to play a game or whatever, if I have knowledge of it. But I'm not going to be as
no, you're not being critical to them, but I said as far as me.
Him. Like you used to in soccer, you're like, if he's not doing well, I'm just not going to show up. And you'll know, because if he stops visiting you, you know he's like, well, he thinks I'm a shitty parent. That's the end.
But parenting.
Parenting?
Yeah. Do you look at Jess? Do you look at myself and go, he's too soft on his kid, or he should have done this, or should have done that? Is there
towards you?
Towards me.
Mm-hmm. Towards you.
Or Jess?
I think that you still have...
just by that pause, there's I mean, 100%. He's trying to figure out what things he wants to tell you that you're doing wrong.
Right. No. Yeah. I always believed that is very, maybe not as much as when it's a kid, very laid back.
Yeah.
It was as a kid. And we figured we had to push him harder. We had to tell him. I used to, maybe more than my wife did, or his mother did. So I don't know. I think I really think he needed a push all the time.
Yeah, but as a parent, do you feel like he as a parent?
This is another thing I figured out with him.
I will go over the.
No. Listen, we talked about this. Well, we talked about this last night, right? This guy, he don't listen.
Yeah,
right.
No, I think he'll
give you an answer of a question he made up in his head, right? Yeah. The question we asked him, right, and you all were here. We dealt with this last night.
Right? Say that again.
He listens. I think he chose what he wanted to do.
Yeah. You give him a question, right. He's going to tell you what he wants to talk about.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
As me, as a parent.
Right.
As Jessica, as a parent.
Yeah.
Do you look at our parenting styles and go, what are you doing? You should tell him to go to school, or you should be more hard on him, or what's?
I don't get into that with you guys thinking about the way. Okay, I don't think I would like to interfere what they're doing. I have it in my mind. I do have it.
So what do you have in your mind?
Again, that.
Just between us.
Okay. They're too soft. Again, they're not as softer as the generation, I would say maybe in 20s and 30s.
Okay.
They're not they're soft.
Yeah.
But they have the softness into it.
Soft.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Oh, well, here, and I'll give you a two-pronged question. Did your parents look at your parenting style and critique it? Did Grandpa Sebastian go up to you and go, you should be more hard on him, or did they stay out of it? Did your parents critique you on your parenting style?
No.
Okay, so apparently it's
you just shut your mouth.
You just shut your mouth and you just talk about it behind closed doors.
But, so we'll talk. I just
but the softness here,
because you don't think you're soft.
I don't think I'm that soft.
Don't want to be soft.
I mean, I am soft. I definitely. I mean, growing up, we didn't get. I mean, it wasn't a lot of I loved yous and in bed reading stories and.
That's another thing.
Okay.
About love you. I love you, I love you. They use the word like,
Yeah. Before it meant something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
Love you.
Now you can't. Now you can't tell your daughter, "I love you." When you tuck her in the bed because it don't mean nothing.
It doesn't mean nothing. You say so much. It doesn't mean what. You go to bed. I love you. I love you. What? You're reaffirming that you love her. Action.
Okay, he believes actions speak louder than words. Okay, which to each his own, right? But for him, right? For someone that says "I love you," they're wrong, right? They're wrong, and what he does is right.
Right, of course. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
You didn't have a mantra that you said to him in the birthing room that you've been saying to him since he was
oh my God,
50 years old?
We have to play that back for him. If you want to hear, where'd you get that? This holiday season, Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon. Uncommon Goods is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everybody on your list. Whether you're shopping for Secret Santa or your entire family, Uncommon Goods knows exactly what they want. Caruso collects these wooden figurines, and I had no idea Uncommon had such an abundant of choices. So I got him a few of these things, and he has been ecstatic. I mean, when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists, small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches, very unique, so you shop now before they sell out this holiday season.
Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out-of-the-ordinary gifts anywhere. From art and jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar, Uncommon Goods has something for everyone. Not the same lackluster gifts you could find just anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/DVD. That's uncommongoods.com/DVD for 15% off. Don't miss out on the limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
We had Ed Mylett on the show a couple months back, and he was describing a mantra that he told his kids right when they were born. I want to get your take on what this man did as a father with his newborns and see if that would be something that you would be into or what your opinion is on it. Let's roll the tape here. Ed Mylett.
All right, Dad, we get it. So I do it a little bit differently. I'll tell you something personal. When they were, I won't tell you why I did it because it's too long of a story, but when my son was born, I just know what it's like to grow up with no confidence. So I remember this vividly. Max ended up having the cord wrapped around his neck, so it was an emergency C-section. Long story short, I'll make it as quick as I can. He comes out, and he's okay. Mom's over there. They're putting Mom back together, and they have me come cut the cord. And I don't know exactly why I did this, but as I was cutting his cord, I look at my son, and I said, Maximus. I didn't know that was going to be his name. We had watched Gladiator the night before. I go, your name's Maximus. I said, man, you're a gladiator. You're a leader. You're a champion. You're the greatest of all time. You're a good boy. You're going to have an amazing life. You got daddy's blue eyes. You're so awesome, Max. I love you. My daughter was born. Bella Boo, you're so funny. You're so beautiful. You're so smart. So I'm cutting her cord. I love you so much. You're going to have such an amazing life. People are going to love you. I've screwed everything up as a dad. Every single day of their life, I have repeated that to them. Every day. So when they come and say their prayers at night, I said, Maximus, you're a gladiator, man. You're a stud. Now, at a certain age, especially my daughter, Dad, I got it. All right, whatever. Bella Boo, you got daddy's blue eyes. You're so beautiful. You're so smart. People love you. You're so amazing. My daughter gave me the eye roll. I drop her off at Clemson. And as I'm leaving, all the kids are in her dorm room, and a couple of them followed me and wanted to meet me. And so I said, she goes, Dad, don't do it in front of them. When I'm leaving, don't do it. I go, I don't have to do it. Just take this note. And I wrote my daughter a note. And in the note, it said, I just want to remind you, you're a superstar. You're amazing. People love you. And I left her the note in writing. About 3 months later, my wife and I come to visit her. It's raining. All the kids are back in the dorm room. And I come in there and I meet the kids. And as we're walking out, this is my daughter's been rolling her eyes since she's 15 at me doing this every day. As I'm walking out, one of the boys goes, Bella Boo, tell him to do it. And I go, tell me to do what? And she goes, oh, Mr. Mylett, that she's a superstar, that she's beautiful, that she's... I go, you told them? She goes, yeah, Dad, I read that note every day. So I take her to dinner. And we drop her back off.
Nothing.
Now check this out. I drop her back off. It's raining, and she gets out of the Uber. And I go, see ya, with her mom. I go, see ya. She goes, okay. And I watch my precious little girl walk back over to the dorm. She's about to open the door, and I'm still at the car. It's raining. She turns back around. She goes, Daddy. I go, what? She goes, you didn't do it. And I go, okay, come here. And she runs up to me. She's 18 years old, runs up, hugs me. And I go, you're a superstar, Bella Boo. I love you. You're so smart. You got Daddy's blue eyes. Look at that. You got my blue eyes. People love you. You're brilliant.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
You hear that, right? Coming from, I'll say I love you with actions. This guy is telling his kids that. Yeah. Does that move you? Do you look at that and go, oh, that's corny? What's your take on what Ed's doing with his kids?
Yeah, it's like, I always believe, they screw up his kid's life. They say, he said, right? Didn't they say that?
He took the one was the line. He did. He said, I messed up as a father, but yes. Okay. So you took that line.
The whole thing is positive, right?
20 minutes of prophetic.
5 minutes. 5 minute thing. He took the one thing that was negative out of there. You believe it? It's my life.
That's one thing. They say all their lives. It's not just one thing. It's all the lives that screw up, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was quite that.
What I mean, he said it.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm missing that.
So you're not impressed.
No,
No. You never look. You never look at Sebastian and say, Sebastian, you have Daddy's hairline. You like that.
Well, I can see him because he's very emotional. Okay, he is.
Yes.
I don't know about you, if you are or not.
Yeah.
But he is. He's a very emotional person. I can see him taking it in, I'm emotional too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't show it that often like it does. But I don't know. I always think like it's a negative. Well, I got to take the negative.
He's like snake oil salesman.
Yeah. I got to take that as a minus out of it's a plus and a minus.
So it's even.
So it's equal. I'm sorry. He's saying he destroyed the way
That's amazing. Literally, it was 3 words out of 1,000.
No, wait a minute. He said didn't he say that? Don't lie.
Could you go back? Could you go back to the thing?
Yeah.
What my dad got out of this?
Yeah. Go ahead, say it.
He got out of. He destroyed his kids' lives, but now the mantra.
It's just sometimes just really repetition. Like,
He would have handed you a tape recorder like, listen to whatever you want to. I'm not repeating myself. I already said it once, kid.
How many times can you say it?
Well, I mean, maybe it was a little excessive.
It's cutting the cord and you're saying, okay, and then they mix it up.
I've screwed everything up as a dad. Every single day of their life, I have repeated that to them.
See? Single day of their life is screw up.
Oh, no.
That was talking about the next thing.
Go back. This is what I'm saying. This is what he hears. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had this in life. Let's go back.
There's that commercial where they throw the red flag in the replay. This is exactly what it is.
I love you so much. You're going to have such an amazing life. People are going to love you. I've screwed everything up as a dad. Every single day of their life, I have repeated that to them.
See, every single day, I was like, he's repeated that to them. The mantra. Not that he fucked up.
He said it before. He screwed up. He did it. He said it.
All right, there you have it. Words of wisdom from Salvatore Maniscalco.
I don't know if he did that. It's a good story.
Did you ever read a book at night? Get into bed,
I don't
read the
books.
book. You don't read books.
If you put it in a magazine form, I read it.
What about making up a story? Do you read Caruso and Serafina stories at night?
I never read it. No.
No, we were never read to.
I never read it. Yeah, I
it
never
was
read
go to
to
bed.
them.
There was
Go to bed and sleep.
No, did you get?
No.
Okay.
Okay. What?
No, but now we talk about, it's like all about routines and this and this and this and this. And this.
What does it do?
Well, there was no routine.
What-
It
what
was
is-
just
what-
like, it's time for bed, go to bed.
Wait a minute. What does it do reading the kids to? I mean, he is a doctor. What do you think?
What does it do?
To mentally, what does it do to the? To
No, I mean, early on, you're just exposing them to words and vocabulary, and also bonding, and it's it's just a calming repetition to get them to bed.
Oh, that's why I like a lot of. Because I never
That's why
You have so much anxiety at night.
That's why you can't
You
go to
read
sleep.
to.
No, I don't.
Also, though, introducing books to them,
Yeah,
they get excited maybe about reading, and they start
Story,
you know,
imagination.
yeah, they start reading, and reading is a good thing. You would agree, right?
Yeah. Reading
Okay.
is-
I was waiting for him.
No,
reading.
no. Reading,
Actions.
No. Reading is a good thing.
But being a grandfather, what I hear from grandparents, it's easier than being a parent because you can you hand the kid off. You can go for a short set amount of time, do whatever you need to do, whatever your attention span is, and then pass them off. Do you feel that way?
Yes, but with me especially,
Yeah.
I'm not, since I live in a different state,
Yeah.
I don't have the connection that I would love to have between my grandkids. They see me once in a while.
Right.
And that really is my mind all the time.
So he don't like that he's far from them.
Right.
But
Actions more than words. You
Right.
come and you spend your time.
Yeah.
here though, grandparents disciplining their grandkids.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
interesting.
Which, if my grandfather told me to do something,
Yeah.
it was almost like,
General.
holy,
Yeah.
I better get off my ass, because if my grandfather's telling me to do it, it was a different tone than my parents. I don't see a lot of that shit
I was
going
gonna
on
say,
nowadays,
I
right?
never see that.
I never see grandparents like you, for example, going over to Caruso, going, get up, get off the floor. I think he's done it a few times, actually. Now that, go ahead.
I don't mind. I have to, in my mind, how my daughter-in-law will feel if I get into it. Him,
That's nice that you care about that.
yeah.
Nobody cares what I think of that.
No, but it's like my son, I can deal with my
Yeah.
son, but I don't know if I could deal
Mm.
and with my daughter-in-law.
So it's funny because, to your point, and I see this in the office, I never see the grandparent, because I have a lot of times the grandparents come with the parents and the kids, and I'll never see the grandparents reprimand the kids. I usually see the grandparents defend the kids more, right? So they say something to their child, the parent, why don't you in defense of something the child's doing. I see more of that than, which is interesting.
I would no. I've seen a lot of times that I would like to say something,
Yeah.
but always, cause most of the time I kind of back off a little bit because I figure, and then I figure they should know better.
But you're
The
right.
parents.
But I think when a grandparent does say something to a child, it holds more weight, because we've actually asked, my parents or Aaron's parents, we've asked actually Aaron's dad a couple times to say something to our daughter that we felt that we weren't doing a good job getting across. And when he said it, it was like, it better get done.
Mhm.
It just has more weight.
Yeah.
I don't see. I don't know how. Sometimes, like I say, I don't know how the parents will feel like if a grandparent or grandma or grandpa.
Right. We asked, right? Because I think if it was done without us asking, I think there would be, right? If you didn't agree with it, you'd be like, hey, that's not your place. Wouldn't you be?
Yeah. No.
Depends what it would be.
It depends what it is, but I mean, for the most part, if he jumped in and told Caruso, "Hey, get over here," I think it would.
You probably agree with it.
Yeah, just because it's not like a stranger's telling him.
Yeah.
It's like we're in line with the same type of kind of moral compass that we have, and if he's acting up and he ain't doing anything that he doesn't like, he should be able to say something regardless of how Lana feels or whatnot. It's just him as a grandparent should have that lane. So,
Well, what was that back then? Like when Sebastian or his sister misbehaved, which doesn't sound like it happened a lot. Like didn't listen or had a tantrum or whatever. What was the punishment?
I think my father would have said something. My mother, no. My mother was kind of more. My mother would have said that to me.
Yeah. What would you do though? What would be the punishment if they're not acting? You're just ignoring it. What are you doing?
No, I would. No, I would say usually something. I'm not shy about saying something to my kids or just being soft on my kids.
Right.
I'm not.
So you raise your
But,
voice. That meant something.
Yeah,
When if
raising
you said
voice.
something,
Yeah.
it was a scary situation.
Not to my not to my daughter.
Never.
Never.
Right. See.
yeah, no, I don't know. I was more scared of him than my daughter was scared of
My
him.
daughter was.
Oh, she wasn't scared of you.
Oh,
No.
no.
So you could raise your voice, and she didn't care.
I had a thing about my daughter, an example that still is in my memory, that
Yeah.
left me a scar.
This is the only thing he remembers.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't remember.
Yeah, tell me.
We were sitting having dinner, and I told her. See, first of all, both of them think that what I said is more like a demand to my kids. So
Okay.
what? What father can demand something with your kids? What's the big deal? But the way I say it, they always say the way you say it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to watch the way I'm saying. I'm the father.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
I said to my
He
daughter.
says that like a line of movie with a Tommy gun. I'm the father.
So,
like that.
I said to my daughter, go get me a Coke. Now, I used to have the Coke in the garage.
Okay.
The only thing is, if you get up 10 feet away to get it.
Mhm.
You know what she said to me? She looked at me and said, what's the matter with your legs? Now, they got me my blood.
Yeah.
Really. And it's like face to face. She never backed down.
Yeah.
She just, she has that moments like that.
You go face to face. She was what, like 4 years old? 5 years old?
No, she was a teenager. She was a teenager. And, okay, so we send it out, both me and her mother send it out to a room. At the time, she didn't have, to a room, there's nothing. Now they got things to play with.
Right. Now there's nothing.
That was nothing.
Yeah.
And it was quiet. I said, what the hell is she doing? We went up there. She was making a rope of her sheets to get out of the window.
She was going to escape.
She was going to escape. I said, what are you doing? Now she's going, I wasn't going to do it. She goes, okay. But the time, I said, what the hell are you doing?
I would just sit there and go do it. I want to see her rappel down the house.
Right. Okay.
It seems like such a good idea. I like that. That's your memory.
Yeah, that's my memory.
She knows it. Did you
She
get the?
know- Oh yeah, we talk about.
Did you
it.
get the Coke?
We talk about it. Huh?
Did you
No, she didn't get the call. And we got up and do it.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I feel like if I said, Aubrey, go get me a Coke, Aaron would look at me and go, don't you have legs?
I mean, that's I didn't expect that, but and we had more connection with him as a father.
Yeah.
My daughter, I used to take her to, she didn't drive, so I used to drive her, and I was trying to communicate. She's a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Trying to communicate with her. Another phrase she used to tell me: "Dad, don't embarrass me."
So the relationship was a little rough as a teenager, daughter to father, because
Right.
I talk about, having two teenage girls, and I always wonder that the relationship with their father now versus later. But now you guys have a very tight relationship, very tight.
Very tight.
When did that change? When she left the house?
After she had a college,
Yeah.
then we start.
You think that has to do with like kids recognize after they leave the house how well they had it and they appreciate the parents more?
Could be, or she maybe realized later that what she was doing was not that pleasant for your father, and maybe that, I don't know. I never really asked that question to her.
Did you feel like you appreciated your parents later more, or you always had that appreciation?
I always had it. Plus, I think with my dad and I, there was things that we bonded over. I think it was sports, like he played soccer in Sicily, and then when I started playing, he was like, oh, this is kind of like our connection. And then later on in life, comedy became our connection. So I don't think he necessarily had that with my sister. And then, bring up a good point. Like your daughter's doing daughter-like things. Yeah, she's playing soccer and whatnot. But like sometimes I often wonder this when Serafina becomes a teenager. Like right now, I'm the apple of her eye. Like, Daddy this, Daddy this. Let me make you this. Let me make you that. But then how does it go from let me make you a bracelet to I'm escaping down the side of the building? I mean, like, am I going to have those moments where I walk in and say,
yeah, but I hope I never do.
Yeah, it's more just going to be they just slam the door and leave the house.
That's right. To face that.
It's all done.
I don't know.
So you mentioned now one of your regrets is not seeing the grandkids as much.
Right.
First of all, you should just move out here. And just,
I've told
I know what? Everybody says
it becomes a Murphy bed.
Yeah, but everybody says that, right?
Yeah.
So you take me out of that I've been there for over 50 years.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of friends, but I have some friends.
Right.
Okay. So I come here.
Right.
You are his friends. You're not my friend.
We're not friends?
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
No, you get it? No, you get it?
One second. Do you see how the message is?
My friend's
friend. You ain't my friend.
What? Nah, if I never see you again, that's fine with me. That's fine.
No, but you know what?
I get it.
Come on.
Right, we're not PAing like Marjan together.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I depend on them.
Yeah.
That they can see you.
Yeah.
Or other friends.
Right.
So I don't have my friends.
Right.
Yeah, so what am I going to do here?
You'll Zoom your friends. We'll put a chair in the back where you'll do hair.
Basically, what he's saying is he's got a life there.
Right.
So, yeah,
I get it.
He's not going to leave his life to come out here and hope to God that we are
That
here.
makes sense.
The only, like I said, the only thing I regret is not being with my grandkids.
Right.
Yeah.
I regret that a lot.
But he's going to be coming out here more often.
Yes.
And now that, because that was the plan prior to COVID.
Right. It was.
He's like, I'm going to start coming out there more often. COVID hit, and that put a kibosh on that. Now he's popping by once every maybe four months, maybe once every 3 months now that things.
I was telling him, I'll be back once especially in the wintertime. I hate winter there.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll come like at least a week every month. I got a little convertible, and I told him, I said,
wait, what do you mean a little convertible? Like a Mazda Miata? Like a what?
Yeah, it's Crossfire.
Really? That's what you drive in Chicago?
Oh, yeah.
And
it's hysterical.
You
could barely see out of it.
Can we get a picture of that?
Convertible.
So get the Vegemite or whatever that thing is.
A convertible.
This is
right?
unbelievable.
And in the summertime, I drive that, right? So I said, in the winter, I don't drive that. It's convertible. What the heck I want to drive, right? So I said, I could bring, you got room to park.
Right. Bring the Crossfire
Bring
out here.
Crossfire here and let it stay here. So again, when I come, I got a car to walk around with.
So we're going to bring the Crossfire out here, and he's going to be zipping around Los Angeles. He wants the Crossfire out here, but he don't even drive.
Yeah, why not? Just rent a car out here. You don't need
I drive.
You don't need to.
I feel.
You're not shipping the Crossfire out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
For the price of shipping the Crossfire, you could rent a Crossfire. They'll probably give you a Crossfire for free, just for advertising. I have to see this. I want to see with the wind in your hair. What's left of
It
it.
goes right over. He's eye level with the dashboard.
You sit on a telephone book.
I have to sit on
and nobody sees anything.
I couldn't even see my the hand of the car.
All right. So what's a regret? Is there a regret looking back as a dad? Is there a regret you would have done something differently?
No.
That's it. He's steadfast.
Steadfast.
That's good. Nowadays, everybody's like, yeah. Da, da, da. He's like, no.
No, I did it
You
all.
ended up okay.
Hey,
Sister ended up great.
Tell me.
I don't think he's being completely candid. You had said though that when I was smaller, just like how I'm spending time with the kids now, that you wish you would have had a little bit more of that.
I work too much.
You work too much.
That's
Oh,
what-
yeah?
Yeah, I work too much. But I justify that. I always believe that you make money when you're young, not when you're old. But I think I kind of eliminate the time that I should have spent with them.
But you were providing, right? It was a
Right,
single
but that's-
single income family back then, right? Or did your wife work?
She used to work too, but
She worked,
it
yeah.
was not. I was the main thing. But I just that's the way I'm thinking. So well, I gotta work, and I think I work too much. To tell the truth, looking back, too many hours, and that kind of eliminate.
I mean, maybe you didn't have the payments on the Crossfire. You could have spent more time with them.
Well, I didn't have
Yeah,
payments for then.
Back then it was a Cadillac.
There was a caddy.
Caddy.
No, a caddy. Not my. No, that was
Yeah.
not my caddy.
Oh no, you had the Toyota Celica. He bought the Toyota Celica.
The brown one. Too.
Brown,
It was
shit
blue.
brown. I don't know why we got shit brown.
That was a common color back then. We had a Honda, shit brown, Honda Accord SEI, brown.
Back then when
that-
the headlights popped
Pop
up,
Yeah.
we thought that was. But the Supra
Super.
had it where it flipped around. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wow, that's.
We had a station wagon where behind the back row were two benches that faced each other.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, and everybody like wanted to be in the back facing
It's
each
like
other.
a plane.
Yeah, exactly. We drove that was like green, olive green.
A bus.
A bus. It's called a bus.
A bus. Not a plane. A bus.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, because you won't remember this in 15 minutes.
I will not remember that. I have to. Can I get the?
You'll get a copy.
Recap.
Yeah. And this episode was sponsored by Vegetalamania, a cream like no other.
I should send one.
But yeah, it was great having you here, and we will see you guys next week, Daddy versus Doctor, where we will try creams from all around the world.
The opinions expressed in this program are not intended as professional medical advice, as a diagnosis, as a treatment protocol, or as a substitute for professional medical advice from your physician. Please consider your own medical history and consult with your own physician for your specific healthcare and/or medical needs and about your concerns for yourself and your family.